Good morning, welcome back to a new coffee talk video. I just woke up, I went to the gym, got back, took a shower, didn't wash my hair. I'm trying not to wash my hair too often, and all the girls who are like, I love dry shampoo, I'm just like, I don't get it. I just feel it feels like kind of gross. It just makes my hair look a different color, and I've tried so many different ones and I just can't like find the good one. But yeah, I thought for today I wanted to share my updated like everyday makeup routine. I don't know why I'm out of breath, I just walked off the stairs. But yeah, I wanted to update you on my kind of new favorite like makeup products and stuff, and of course make a little matcha. I am still staying as a guest with Jason and Jessie. This is my little bedroom. I kind of bombarded this part into my closet, and this is kind of our sleeping area here. And then basically right here here Jason, Jessie, and here it's us. It's been almost 2 months right now, and every week I'm like, next week our apartment will be ready, next week we'll be ready. But yeah, I honestly could never do this with like any other couple or probably any other friend, but to be honest, everything goes super smoothly, and I'm not saying that just because it's on camera. It really is, and it really surprises me in a way too. Anyway, let's go downstairs and make a little morning matcha. So there's actually kind of a special drink I wanted to share with you. Jessie made a ginger molasses, like a syrup, and we added this to matcha, and this is literally one of my new favorite drinks. It is so fresh, and I just like love things with ginger in it, like my smoothies or like ginger shots. I think it's always so refreshing. But it's honestly really hard to mix matcha with certain things because I feel a different flavor overpowers their matcha a lot. In this recipe, the ginger and the matcha just go really well together. Basically, we have some fresh ginger juice right here, and this is called blackstrap molasses, and actually it almost reminds me a little bit of licorice, but not really. Kind of like a healthier sugar, and it's made out of like cane juice, so it does have this like very sweet taste to it, but it's actually one of the only sweeteners which contains vitamins. It's full of like potassium and magnesium. This is what blackstrap molasses looks like. I can show you. It really looks like a thing you can find in your grandma's pantry. I don't know why. And the ingredients are blackstrap molasses, as you can see, full of calcium and potassium. So yeah, I don't know, we recently discovered this and it's really nice. So I'm going to make an iced matcha, kind of something refreshing, and I'm going to add a little bit of the ginger and the blackstrap molasses, and it's really good. Okay, so now we're adding a teaspoon of fresh ginger juice and a teaspoon of blackstrap molasses. Mix it. And my fresh ginger matcha is ready. Isn't this also like the cutest freaking cup? I got it on Etsy. I've been slowly looking into new like ceramics and cups and things like that for my new kitchen. So if you have any like small brands, or if you know someone who does ceramics or something, let me know in the comments down below, because I love discovering like small little brands and little artists to get a new collection of cute little cups and plates and spoons. Alrighty, let's put some makeup on. So, alrighty, let's tie my hair. There we go. Fresh face. So I put already a little bit of moisturizer and sunscreen on, and I just have my big toilet bag, which I'm dragging around everywhere. So I'm just going to add a little bit of extra moisturizer because my skin is super dry. I love this one from Dr. Barbara Sturm, and it's just a face cream. I'm gonna add a little bit. I also wash my hands right before. I have been so much more aware, I feel like, after COVID, of like obviously washing my hands, but especially before I touch my face, before I do any skincare, or before I do any like makeup. I feel in the past I kind of have been a little bit sloppy with that. And I don't know if you remembered, but over the last summer I shared I had a lot of like melasma here. I had it for months. It kind of just like changed and it disappeared, and I was actually using Dr. Barbara Sturm brightening serum. I stopped using vitamin C serum because that kind of this is what the dermatologist told me makes it worse. It kind of just disappeared. I still have it a little bit, but it's not as bad as before. I'm gonna start with some foundation. I am using this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in color 3.5. So what I do, I put a little on here, and because I want more of a natural like see-through look on the skin, I don't want it like to be foundation-y, I am adding some of the Easy face oil on here, and it just makes it a little bit more smoothing, more moisturizing. I love like a glowy skin. And I try not to press super hard here, but just kind of spread it out, I would say. There we go. And with the last bit, I use my little sponge and then press everything into the skin. Very gentle. There we go. Okay, then next I use the NARS concealer. This is the color Light 2.5. And I actually recently started using this and I really like it. It has like the perfect amount of coverage. So I just try to put it right here, a little around my nose, chin, a couple spots, and on my forehead. Am I doing this right? I actually really love Ilias, I think that's how I pronounce it, makeup stuff, especially for skin, because it's all natural and without any like toxins and stuff. I run out, so I need to get some new ones, but that used to be, together with the Giorgio Armani, like my go-to concealer and foundation product. Done. So I honestly don't really use powder. I just don't really love the look of powder. Maybe I should use it to kind of like make it set. Sometimes I do actually, but not very much. Let's see. Where is it? Oh my god, I'm so angry with myself right now. Oh. So I had this new product from Fenty, and it's kind of this brow, what is it, gel with a little brush, and I'm obsessed with this thing, and I can't fight it. I must have left it in a hotel or something. Okay, I will pop it up right here, but it was really, really nice. So yeah, that's a bummer. Anyway, I still have this one. Brush this up. This is the Anastasia from Beverly Hills, and this is a thicker one. They also make it in a small one. Either one works. I like both of them. So I'm just going to fill it in a little. There we go. And then I like fill in a little scar right there. Yeah, so this gel thing really made your eyebrows like go up, and it would literally stay for a long period of time without looking like a crazy person. It was really, really cool. Oh well. Let's see if I have some other one. Okay, instead I'm just going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one. I've been using this one forever as well. I feel this is more for like a very natural look. But yeah, I like to brush them up. Do a tiny bit of eyeshadow. I've been using this one from the Beauty Counter for a very long time. Has these very natural colors. As you can see, I've been using this white one a lot. That's what I start with, Ivory, and I kind of do like a little bit of the inside, give it a little shine and a little on the eyelid. do a tiny underneath the eyebrow. Then I go into this like kind of light brown suede. It's kind of like a matte color. I really like it. And I go into my crease. Then I use kind of a pointier brush from MAC, this 2195. And I go back into suede and put a little underneath my eye. And here I like kind of extend it. Very natural and like quick. Then I use the Shiseido eyelash curler. Everyone is like raving about the Kevin the Guan. I don't know if that's how I pronounce it. I've honestly never tried it, but I think I should get it because everyone is saying that that's just like the best eyelash curler. I did in the past, or in the past I just literally did it once. I colored them and like eyelash curler, like permanent, and I actually really loved it. Because I always feel my like mascara ends up everywhere during the day. So you kind of like wake up and you already have a little mascara on. So I don't know, I might do it. So if you know any good places in LA, let me know. It's like really weird because I moved like right before the pandemic, right? And in New York I really had my spots where here's where I get my nails done. Here's where I do laser. Here is where I do my eyebrows, or a place where I do my eyelashes. And now, you know, the world kind of starts to open up, but I just need to find my spots here in LA. So I don't know, recommendations are welcome because online reviews, I don't know, I like recommendations better than just finding things online. I'm just going to finish up the skin. This is the contour one from Charlotte Tilbury as well. It's like a nice little tube. And put this here. I love like creamy products. I feel when everything is like powder, it just doesn't really blend well with the skin, and cream does. So a little bit on my nose. Then for the highlighter, I'm going to use kind of the same product. This is the Beauty Wand from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's kind of this like rose gold one. I can show you right here, and this is beautiful. I love this highlighter, it's really pretty. The only thing, if you travel, this tube is a little inconvenient, but I just have this at home. Putting a little up here on my finger, all the good spots, and then I just blend it a little. There we go. For blush, I use this Laura Mercier. This is the Rosé. Really love this kind of like pinkish, not too light, not too dark. I love the brushes from Cosette actually. They're just like really soft, and I don't know, I've had them for so long and they just work really well. I'm gonna add it almost a bit on the highlighter spot right here. I think that has really changed in my routine, in my kind of makeup routine. I used to never wear blush because I hated my red cheek, but I actually now I think it looks very healthy. There we go. And then often what I do, I go in with this little eye brush, and then I just also add a little on the eyelid. I kind of like when the pinkish kind of tone comes back into the eye. There we go. For mascara, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous. I've been using this forever. Just pay attention when you get this. They have a curved brush and a normal one. I like the normal one better. It's like more precise. Also, a little trick what I realized, instead of starting to brush up, I start from on top, and this way you really get the ends. I don't know if this is some makeup trick I never really understood, or I find out after 26 years, but I just noticed it really helps. So I go first on the top, and this way I really get the ends. Ta-da! It's a huge difference. I always make kind of a mess, but after it dries up I like clean it up. And a little on the underneath. I don't always do this because sometimes I feel it immediately ends up underneath my eye, and then I just take a little old brush and kind of go through it. little black here, so I take a brush and just blend it in. I don't know if anyone else does it. Blend in your mascara. Okay, and then my go-to lip pencil is this one from Laura Mercier. This is the color Hazelnut Tea. It's kind of like similar as my own. And I just overline a little bit on top to kind of make my lips look a little bigger. And blend it in. I like to blend it with my finger a little bit for a more natural look. There we go. And then sometimes I also add a little bit of lip gloss. This one also from Charlotte Tilbury. Ta-da! My everyday makeup is ready. Let's see. I actually do have one question, because I told you I don't really love a lot of like the powders, and I love using creamy things. I'm looking for a good creamy blush, and I actually got this one recently. It's from NARS and it is nice. It's like very pinkish. The only thing is you need a lot to actually get a tiny bit of pigmentation. I don't know if you can see. Once you put it on, you can like barely see it. So I was kind of looking for a creamy blush which is natural, but you do see kind of the pigmentation. So yeah, let me in the comments down below if you know anything. I'm going to clean up a little here and start my day. Now you can see a little bit better. This is my everyday basic makeup routine. I might have overdone it a little bit with the lips today, but it will disappear after I drink some matchas. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. I know I haven't been posting a lot of like skincare and like beauty and things like that. Mainly has to do because I just don't really have my bathroom and like my stuff set up and all of that. So when I move back in, I will be sharing a lot. So also let me know in the comments down below what type of videos you want to see, and I will see you guys very soon.